Hello, welcome to the Animal License product demonstration. Animal License is one of several what we call general government modules. They're tightly integrated with the general ledger, so any fees that you collect will update the general ledger, and it also shares the common names through master directory. So if you're looking up a name, not only are you going to be able to see their utility bill, their license, their tax bill, but if there is an animal license, you're going to be able to see that record as well. So you're not going to have to create a completely different database to track your animal licenses. It shares the database that you've already created. So it's one of those linked applications. So let's take a look at it. Animal License has the same look and feel, so we'll take a look at the daily processing, and we'll take a look at all the information that we can track on your licenses. First of all, to search, you've got different ways you can search the database. You can search by status, you can search by license number, you might even want to search by type of animal, the name, the color. You can even search by address and get a list of all the licenses at that particular address. So once you find the record that you want to review, we've got the same user interface. So if you want to log a support call or if you want to create a new record, the toolbar is like any other Microsoft system. In the setup, you can define so that it automatically creates the license number if you want to. We also have different types of license, so if you want to have dangerous animal, dogs, cats, different types, you can certainly do that. We have these statuses. You can have pending, applied for, paid but not delivered, or paid and delivered. We do keep track of the effective date and the renewal date. The renewal date is an important date because we're going to be able to do those renewals automatically so that you can print those and drop them in the mail. So it's very easy to do. You can receipt the license right through the screen, so we do keep track of the method of payment, and we've got reports so that you'll know what was receipted on what day. Now, as you add a new license, your first searching is that name and address already in master directory. Chances are, if they're getting a tax bill and a utility bill, their name is probably there. If not, you can add. And so we bring down that name and address. On this record, we're going to track the name of the animal, what type. If you do want to track additional information such as the breed, the color, the gender, we can do that. We can even track the veterinarian and whether, key vaccination dates as well. Now on this screen, there are 6 user-definable fields. You get to define these fields in the setup. You can also have unlimited text for those 6 fields. And just like several applications, you can do attachments. So if you want to attach a picture, a copy of the license, a letter you received, maybe that they no longer have the animal for your records, you can do that, but there are unlimited attachments, and anything you can attach in an email, you can attach here. Now, the system will create a license. You can just print it and hand it to them. You can also review it because you might want to email it. But this is going to pick up information that you've keyed in from the database so that you've got information on that particular license, the amount paid, the renewal dates, and what has been paid. And it can be used as a receipt. So this is where you're maintaining the information. There are several reports. We're going to be able to pull your licenses by address. So I could pull out, give me all the dog licenses and sort by address. I can even pull in renewal dates as well. And you can see, by address, all the animals that are at that particular address. And this is like any of the other reports that we have available. You can email it, you can print it to a PDF, you can go to Word or Excel. Now, there's other reports like I can pull it by the license number and get a listing. And once again, I could, do different filters, but I'm going to be able to see by license number, the name, the address, and then the renewal dates. Other reports, I can also pull a list by effective date of license. And if I'm getting ready to do my renewals, I can run a list on everybody that's due to renew. And the next step is I can actually create those notices. And this is a notice that you're going to drop in a window envelope, so you're not having to do anything manual. And at any point, you can run this report to see by date what hasn't been paid. So you'll get a good handle on, you've got your renewals, what came in, and then these are the ones that are unpaid, so that you can do your due diligence to see, are they still active, to track down that information. As I mentioned, the inquiry here is going to be linked to Master Directory. So if you know their name, you're going to be able to see their license. And this is look but not change, but everything will be linked together so that you could see not only their animal license, but their tax bill, their utility bill, all just by knowing their name. And then the last step are tables, and this is where you define the different types of your user definable fields. This is also where you keep track. Do you want to post it to AR? In other words, do you want to create a receivable so that it will actually age it, or do you receipt the license when you receive it? We do also have the option to automatically post to the GL, or it prints a report. So you can take a look at that as well. And then other tables, you can also define your different types of license, debits and credits, and then the dollar amount. You can have set dollar amounts, or it may be different, but it's very simple to set up as many different types of licenses and the fees. Other tables, if you want to keep track of, the breed, the color, the payment method, so that if you are receipting it in animal license, you'll be able to, check, cash, money order, whatever methods that you do receive. And as I mentioned, it's one of several tightly integrated applications. So the revenue received, if you do have our general ledger, you're going to be able to see, what is, actually coming in from animal license, if you want to look at that revenue for any point in time. So if there's any questions, please let us know, but it is a very easy application to get live on, and it's going to automate that process of animal license for you. Thank you.